Russia's Bakhmut attack eastern Ukraine has been largely stopped due to many units in which it disappeared the wars of grinding for months. This is last intelligence assessment the British Ministry Defence, probably a result excessive where Russian power, but he has suffered severe losses during Ukraine's defence. Mod says that situation in vicinity of Bakhmut is further worse with tensions between Russian defence and Wagner Group, both of which contributed to units. For several weeks, Wagner's famous mercenary president was held by Russia's military brass in length of weapons, as Wagner had strengthened the Bakhmut war and maintained heavy losses. Wagner's boss Yevgeny Prigozhin took most obvious oral attitude towards the Kremlin's Ukrainian narrative this week, claiming that Russia was fighting in Ukraine and questioned whether there were actually Nazis in Ukraine. Although Kremlin was very little evidence, the neo-Nazis, who threatened Russia's peace and security, have repeatedly justified invasion of their neighbor to clear Kiev. Parallel, as an existential struggle against NATO, the war was increasingly opposed to Russian borders. Prigozhin, according to an assessment of the US-based War Institute, equipped with Moscow's equipment provided by NATO, only with Ukrainians and some Russophobic soldiers who voluntarily support Ukraine. NATO itself not, he said he was fighting. Russia changes the focus of operations. The British Mode says that Russia has shifted focus its operations in South Bakhmut, and to town Avdiivka in North City. This shows that there is general return to a more defensive operational design, after inconclusive results from the attempts to execute general attacks since January 2023, intelligence report on Saturday. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden said despite the concerns that China did not deliver any weapons to Russia, he has just given a weapon they can do it. Biden was 3 months when I heard that China would supply important weapons to Russia. They haven't done it yet, but they haven't done it yet. During visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping to Moscow this week, Russians and Chinese welcomed new era of their private relations. However, while Chinese leader promised moral support and a commercial lifeline, he avoided promising to supply Russia, at least publicly, in the public, which could lead to sanctions against West's country.